Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you clicking on that video as always. And we're here with another weekly wears video. It has been a hot one here in Boston. We've had no less than basically 95 degrees for the last 5 or 6 days. So we're in the middle of a heat wave. I went with a lot of fragrances that are obviously going to fit that role. Just working well in super high heat and super high humidity. So all of these scents are gonna work perfectly for that. Really quickly, if you guys haven't checked it out, please be sure to go over to Mr. Smelly 1977's channel. Dan Not, Mr. Smelly himself. I was on the show. He has fantastic live streams all weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. I was lucky enough to be on the Saturday show. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll be sure to link it down below. But go check out Dan's channel. He is an incredible reviewer of men's vintage fragrances. He's passionate about it. He knows his stuff. So be sure to go check out Dan's channel. That's Mr. Smelly 1977. You will not be disappointed. He is quite the character and a great guy. So without further ado, let's get into the list. So on Monday, I went with a scent that I'm crazy about. Have a lot of scent memory attached to this fragrance. Scent I'm talking about, Mr. Burberry's Indigo. Now, this scent for me, I've talked about it a bit on the channel, but I've worn this in situations where I've spent time with my family, summer getaways, and great memories. So I will always own a bottle of this in my collection. I absolutely love it. I would compare this to probably something like Acqua di Gio's Profondo. Very similar in the dry down, very unique in the opening. The twist on it, I would say, is the realistic mint note that I get from this up top. It is green, it's aromatic, super fresh and aquatic. I believe that there's violet leaf in this that could be adding to some of that aquaticness. And yeah, I just absolutely love this stuff. I don't get the best longevity. I get about 5 or 6 hours. I'm not as into longevity as some might think. It's not the most important thing to me, particularly in the summer. You're gonna wanna wear scents that are light, fresh, citrusy, aromatic, and you know, for the most part, these scents, they don't last very long. They're not absolute beast performers. So if you haven't tried this one yet, I encourage you to do so. It is my favorite from this particular line. I find the others to be a bit boring, to be quite honest. The mint note in the top of this is just so realistic to me. This is perfumed by Francis Kurkdjian, and I think it's one of the best. It's one of my favorite, I guess. I wouldn't even categorize this as a blue fragrance. It's an indigo fragrance. It's green and blue. But yeah, I get a lot of green from this nonetheless. Wore it on Sunday. Wore this on Sunday. Mr. Burberry Indigo. So on Monday, I had to go with my favorite blue fragrance in my collection. Really the only one that if I had to own anyone, it would be this one. Scent I'm talking about, Missoni's Homme Parfum. And guys, this stuff, citrus, woody, aromatic. I get a lot of lavender from it. It's creamy, it's sweet, just the right amount of sweetness. Beautiful, all around, versatile scent. Really impressed with the opening of this. The grapefruit, like I said, just the right amount of sweetness. Super mass appealing. This is not going to offend anybody. You're going to be able to wear this in any situation. Really hot days. This is going to work in the winter as well. I've been complimented on this many times. It just has that type of scent profile. You're going to get a lot of ambrox and pushing off of your skin. It's going to project. It's going to get under people's noses and people are going to recognize you. But it gets compared to Bleu de Chanel. I like this more. I like the presentation quite a bit. It has the magnetic cap. And just really love the bottle. And Wave right now, I've mentioned this in other videos, gets all the hype, the summer hype. Do not forget about Missoni's Homme Parfum. This one is definitely a sleeper. So on Tuesday, I just recently had this. I had ordered this and I did a 60-second first impressions video on my YouTube channel. And go check that out if you have not yet. But the scent I am talking about is Jean Paul Gaultier's La Malle Airlines. Now, this one is, there's some controversy on whether or not this is just a repackaged Aviator from JPG. And I haven't smelled Aviator, so I can't speak to that. But I do know this scent from the time I've spent with it, and I really enjoy this one. I think this is a super slept on flanker. My understanding of it is that this was only available at airports at some point. You know, stores like Saks Off Fifth and Nordstrom Rack started buying these up, and they have them in store now, or at least online. I got mine from, I believe, Nordstrom Rack. And there's actually a really great deal that I shared on my community tab. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, be sure to click on the community tab, and hopefully that deal is still available. But it's about $10 cheaper now than what I paid for it, and it was already on deep discount. So you could basically get this for a steal right now for around $35 for a 75 ml. Cardamom, cinnamon, these are the things that I pick up immediately. Does remind me a bit of Azzaro's Wanted by Night. I am not crazy about Azzaro's Wanted by Night. I think it's a bit overhyped. But this has the original Amal DNA sort of in the background, which I am a huge fan of. And that, imagine a Amal OG with a little bit of Le Parfum mixed in, and Azzaro's Wanted by Night. You have the tonka, you have the cinnamon, you have the cardamom. That's what I get for the most part. And a little bit of vanilla. Great scent. Pretty much 6 to 7 hours longevity. This is gonna work in the summer, and really this is a great all-arounder, I think, every season. Really enjoyed it the day I wore it, and definitely plan on wearing this one a little more. Jean Paul Gaultier's La Malle, Airlines. So on Wednesday, again, 95 plus, hot as hell. Went with a scent that is super easy to spray, super easy to wear, can't go wrong. Super cheap. Scent I'm talking about, YSL Y Eau Fraiche. Now, don't confuse this with YSL Y Eau. They're two different fragrances. YSL Y Eau Fraiche is ozonic, violet leaf. It is very aquatic, airy, bergamot lavender. It's cooling. It has geranium in the mid, has a slight vanilla in the dry down. I don't pick up a ton of the vanilla, but this scent is, again, super easy to put on, super easy to spray in the heat, and really appealing. I really enjoy this one quite a bit. Yeah, just I pick up a lot of that violet leaf. It's just really watery, aquatic. This was a rack store cheapie that I grabbed. I'm gonna link this down below because I think you guys are gonna be surprised by what you get from this. And it's a little different. It's a little unique for a freshie, and I like it. Longevity is less to be desired. I get about 5 hours or so. Not one that I'm afraid to overspray, and you can see by the dent that I put in this thing. I find myself wearing this to bed as well. It's kind of a great out of the shower scent. I just like it. YSL Y Eau Fraiche. So on Thursday, my man, Grown Man Style, sent me a sample, and I gave it a try. This one is super hyped in the community. Scent I'm talking about, I just have this little decant of it, is L'Homme Ideal Cologne from Guerlain. Super hyped, and I was excited to try it. I'm gonna put a little bit on skin here. I quite like it. I enjoy it quite a bit. Yeah, it's really good. That almond note I love, and I'm a huge fan of this particular line, the Ideal line. And it's shocking the quality that you get for, I know it's more expensive now, it's harder to find now, but at one point, this thing was like $20 at rack stores. It's citrusy. It almost reminds me a bit of Dior Homme Sport in sort of, it has that, I pick up a lot of the, almost like a lemonade. So I pick up a lot of the citrus, but sort of underlined with that almond note, which makes this really unique. Super freshy. Can wear this in 100 degrees, whatever, 100 plus. It's just really citrusy, like goodness, for lack of a better term. I love it. It does have neroli, obviously the almond note that I talked about, and it's a bit creamy. Wonderful scent, a bit unique. I understand the hype. Will I be buying a bottle? I'm not sure. Probably not. I have other things that are similar to this and sort of don't smell exactly the same, but sort of fit the role that this would play in my collection. So, but if you're thinking about pulling the trigger on it, just know that you're gonna smell great. It is unique. That almond note is unique for a fresh, summery, citrusy scent. So I like it quite a bit. L'Homme Ideal Cologne from Guerlain. So if I had to pick one that probably has gotten the most wear this summer for me, and it's a surprise to me because I was not a fan of this line prior to grabbing this one, I'll be quite honest. Scent I am talking about, YSL's Y Eau Fraiche. I love the bottle. I love the presentation. I love how this evokes, you know, needing to cool off in the summertime. It's literally looks like an ice cube or some type of tropical drink or something. Incredible. Citrus bomb with a kick of ginger and projects like an absolute beast for the first hour. I thought I oversprayed the other day. I was almost choked out by this. So this is a, you know, sneaky performer in my opinion. Doesn't that opening, which is gorgeous on this, that ginger and the citrus, that doesn't last forever. I've talked about this before. It dries down into almost a sort of typical sort of shower jelly ambroxan type scent. That's nothing that, you know, I think for what you're wearing this for, I think that kind of fits perfectly for what I use this for, which is on a really hot day. I just need an easy dumb reach that I can smell great. You could wear this to the office. Just be aware that the opening is a kick in the butt. It definitely projects really well, lasts a long time, and smells fantastic. I love this one. I encourage you to grab this one while you can. My understanding is that it is discontinued and it is going to be harder to find. So, yeah, Yves Saint Laurent's Y Eau Fraiche. Finally, on Saturday, I went with a fragrance. At the opening of this, I talked about being on the Mr. Smelly live stream. I wore this that evening. Scent I'm talking about is Hermès's L'Ombre de Merveille. I just recently talked about this one in a fragrance haul I did from TJ Maxx. I got this 30 ml for around $38. I would have paid more. $38 is an absolute steal for this. This scent is incredible. Very unique. Green tea note. It's actually black tea, but it's a bit smoky. It's a bit ambery. This one absolutely sparkles off of your skin. It's effervescent, and it has this effervescent quality that I think is very difficult to pull off and have it feel authentic. And just, I love that about this one. And it just smells of high quality and puts you in a good mood, and it's super calming and all good things. I have nothing bad to say about this scent. There is some ambroxan in this. I do get sort of a bit of a shower jelly vibe. This is such good stuff, guys. I'm so happy I was able to grab this. Longevity, about 6 hours or so. So doesn't last all day, but I'll tell you, it's a unique scent. And just something about that green note attached to, like I said, an ambery opening with a bit of incense. So it's a freshie with a very unique twist. Absolutely love this one. Definitely check it out if you have an opportunity to do so. Hermès's L'Ombre de Merveille. Guys, as always, let me know in the comment section below what you wore this week. And if you like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.